Mountains and seas have spirits, coexistence of gods and monsters. Mountains and rivers harbor strange beasts. Deep sea hidden god sect. Every footprint in the classic of mountains and seas. These are all echoes of Chinese civilization spanning 3,000 years. Today we will embark on the journey of the North Second Classic. This is the first mountain on this trip. There are no trees on Guangkan Mountain. There's a lot of grass. There are many fish in the mountains, or under dim light, reflecting a blinding light. Lush and abundant wild grass. It provided a large amount of food for herbivorous wild animals. The creatures nurtured here are exceptionally large. This mountain is located east of the Yellow River. It started on the banks of the Fen River. The Fen River originates from this mountain. Flowing westward into the Yellow River, 250 li to the north is Shaoyang Mountain. There are many jades on the mountain. Countless giant jade mines are trapped in the rock mass. Gleaming with a cold, eerie light, there are many red, silver, or rocks at the foot of the mountain. In a humid environment all year round, the red-silver rock layer has turned dark. Acidic water originates from this mountain, flowing eastward into the Fen River. There is a lot of high-quality red soil in the waters along the way. According to the classic of mountains and seas, this place was called Ji. 50 miles further north is a mountain called Shenyang Mountain. There are many jades on the mountain. The cliffs and precipices at the Yunnan Peak, mostly composed of nephrite ore. The wild animals in the mountains are mostly donkeys. One mentions fish and sheep. Besides this mountain, many elk also live. Deer antlers like tea from an ancient tomb. Lin Zunpank. The birds in the mountains are mostly white long-tailed pheasants and white-tailed pheasants. Long-tailed pheasants usually end up foraging for food, and this is a white marmoset. The feathers have a mother-of-pearl-like red sheen. The insect's hard body. This prevents the white marmot from actually... There are many copper mines at the foot of the mountain. The water inlet originates from here, flowing southeast into the Fen River. There are many fish in the water, shaped like a fish. Its scales are red. The sound it made was like a person scolding. Eat the flesh of this fish. It can eliminate body odor. 200 li north of Wanbai lies Hukishan. No grass or trees grow in the mountains. The basket covered with bruised and cracked metal surfaces gleamed with a cold metallic sheen. Holy water originates from here. The turquoise water meanders along the mountain rift, flowing northeast into the Fen River. There are many grayish-white jade minerals in the water. At this moment, a school of gray fish, silently traversing between the jade mine and the red cliff. A pale glimmer occasionally flashed through the woods. 350 li to the north is Beisha Mountain. This mountain is surrounded by sand for 300 miles around. No grass or trees grow. There are no birds or beasts. Only desolation and barrenness remain. The water originates from the upper ridge of Beisha Mountain. The stream flows deep down at the foot of the mountain. There are many white jade stones that emit a blue glow along the water's edge. 400 li further north is a mountain called Urshi Mountain. The rocky cliffs are covered with deep longitudinal gullies. There is no vegetation or water in this mountain. The remains of a huge beast are scattered across the mountainside. Occasionally there are huge flies here, unable to find prey to eat. Leave this boring mountain. 380 miles north. Then we arrived at Kwangshan. No grass or trees grow on the mountain. It snows in both winter and summer. Snowflakes fell densely. Between the peaks and deep valleys, woven into flowing snowwood, blue and white icy coldness condensed at the intersection of ice and rock. The harshness of this place is still etched in the snow and ice. The white dragon that passed through here was also covered in frost and snow, to resonate with this heaven and earth once. Melted snow and ice provide the water for this area. The raging flood originated here, flowing into the stream. The water contains many high-quality minerals. Its interior contains luminescent mineral veins. Luminous jade stones are often associated with the activity of living beings. Arrived at the hunting valley at the foot of the mountain. Many crystal-clear flowers grow along the water's edge. These flowering plants, it improved the harsh conditions in the mountains where no vegetation could grow. Vegetarian forests in the mountains provided essential food. Leave this mountain. There is a mountain called Juyu Mountain, located 380 li to the north. Several steep mountain peaks pierced through the clouds. A Kempeng suddenly appeared here, soaring over the mountain peaks, above the clouds. Many pine and cypress trees grow at the foot of Juyu Mountain. The trunks of the giant pine trees stood thick and straight, like cracks in a farmer's village. There are still karst caves in the mountains. It contains many copper and fish ore. Furthermore, jade and stalactite are inlaid together in one piece, hanging from the dome. The waters of Juyu originated from this place, crossing the mountain cave, flowing eastward into the Meo Shui River. Leaving the cave, then they returned to the foot of the mountain, quickly heading north for 350 miles. Then we arrived at Duntushan. There was no trace of grass or trees in the mountains. Meo Shui originates from Duntu Mountain, flowing eastward into Indaz. There is a kind of thin-skinned leopard horse in the deep mountains. It has a tail like a cow, all white with one foot. The sound it made was like a person calling out. There are also many jinfish or deposits on the peak of Duntushan Mountain, densely embedded on the surface of the rock mass, reflecting a fiery luster in the thick fog. Leaving this mountain full of gold and jade, 350 li to the north is a ravine like a mountain. There are already many jade mines on this mountain. A colossal ancient tree. Climbing up the jade vein that shimmers with a clear light, there are many copper mines at the foot of the mountain. Its surface is covered with mottled green rust. There is also a wild beast in the mountains called Roaring. Long ram-horn human face, the eyes are located near the armpit. It has tiger-like teeth. The sound it made resembled the crying of a baby. It has a human-like grasping power. He can eat people, besides roaring. Also called ceramic iron. 300 li to the north is Bixayashan. There are no ordinary stones here. On the southern slope of the mountain, the cliffs are mostly composed of jade. Head north along the cliffs and ravines towards the mountain. The north side of the mountain is covered with bluish-yellow shimmering jade stones, like a starstone fallen to earth. The whole thing is as magnificent and vast as creation itself. There is a wild beast in the mountains called Poison, shaped like an ordinary tiger, with a white body. It also has a dog-like head, horse's tail. The fur on its body is like pearl brown. There is also a lyrebird called Panmao in the mountains, body shaped like a crow with a human face. He flew at night, drinking by day. Eating his flesh can prevent heat stroke. The origin of sinking water is here, following the mountain hunting valley, flowing eastward into Shangs. 350 li to the north is Liang Mountain. No grass or trees grow in the mountains. There's a lot of gold and jade. Gold mines like rivers of lava, surges and sparkles between the rock walls. For example, stardust rapidly slides down the rock face. A delicate golden light shimmered in the mist. The Shushui River originates from this mountain, flowing eastward into Yamen River. Wild animals in the mountains are mostly solitary. It is similar in shape to a hedgehog. It has red fur. The sound it made was like a pig squealing. There is a bird in the mountains called Zhao, shaped like the kuofu bird. It has 4 wings, a giant one-eyed, a dog-like tail. Its call sounds like the call of a magpie. People can treat abdominal pain by eating its flesh. It can also treat diarrhea. 400 li to the north is Guguan Mountain. No grass or trees grow in the mountains. It snows on this mountain in both winter and summer. It is a place with ice and snow all year round. No other. Quickly cross this boring mountain. Continue heading north for 380 miles. Then we arrived at Huguanshan. This is the south side of the mountain. There are many jade mines here, irregularly distributed in the mountains. White. The veins and cracks inside the topaz shimmered with a faint light. And the north side of the mountain, there are many bluish-green jade stones or mineral veins embedded in the cliffs. In the vast valleys of this mountain, many ancient horses still live there. They were covered in thick, brownish-red hair. Their strong muscles gave them a primal capital of competition. The lake's irrigation water originates from this mountain, flowing eastward into the Bahai Sea. There are many cunning eels in the water. This adds even more mystery to the waters. A type of tree also grows by the water in the mountains. There are red stripes on the tree. The leaves are like willow leaves, hanging down towards the water surface. This is where the waterway travels 500 li north, passes through 300 miles of flowing sand. Then we arrived at the mountain. 3 mulberry trees, each over 100 feet tall, grow on the mountaintop, branches growing on the upper part of the trunk. The mountain peaks and cliffs are studded with dense gold mines, jade mine veins. In the surrounding mountain valleys, many different kinds of fruit trees also grow there. The fruits that came into contact with were generally large. The ripe fruit attracts mountain creatures to come and eat it. Walk down the mountain. You will then find many strange snakes at the foot of the mountain, hovering under the tree in the time of fire rocks. 300 li to the north is Dundee Mountain, located on the shore of Bahai. There is basically no vegetation in the mountains. There are many golden fish. Perhaps it was due to the thunder and lightning that had been raging for days. In exchange, various giant beasts and creatures came from the sea. Giant beast white cloud. It seemed to sense the arrival of other strange beasts and the area extending from the summit of the mountain. At this point, we started from the first verdant tube mountain. They tracked 5,690 li, approximately 2,533 kilometers, through mountains and rivers, to the thunder and lightning at the Dunty Hill site. In total, there are 17 mountains in the second northern section of the Long March. The mountain gods of these mountains all have snake bodies and human faces. The rituals for worshipping these mountain gods are using a rooster and a pig. They were buried underground as sacrifices. They threw a coin and a tortoise into the mountains. No need for shrewdness during sacrifices. After understanding this sacrificial ritual, this concludes the journey of the second gold medal in the north.